The Topham Head's engines love their work. Gordon likes pulling the express, Thomas likes his branch line, and Percy likes taking the mail. But none of them likes being a middle engine. It's no fun being stuck in the middle. One morning, Percy was cheerfully collecting coal cars from the smelter yards, where Arry and Bert worked. They liked to play tricks on steam engines. Percy didn't want to fall for their tricks again. But before he knew it, he was stuck in the middle.
Oh, bother.
Little green piggy in the middle!
Percy's driver was cross, with coal cars in front of him and coal cars behind. Percy had to go slowly. James was in the yards when Percy steamed slowly by.
Haha, it's Pokey Percy.
You wouldn't be laughing if you were stuck in the middle.
And he fumed all the way to the coaling plant. One by one, he shunted his coal cars onto the tipper's loading ramp, and the coal was unloaded. Percy was not allowed to cross the loading ramp until the tipper had been turned off. It was against the rules. But as soon as his driver and fireman left, there was trouble. Henry arrived to pick up coal. He bumped into the coal cars, and the coal cars bumped into Percy. Percy was pushed onto the loading ramp.
Help! I'm not a truck!
Percy was hoisted up, tipped over, and brought back down again. After Percy was lowered back onto the ground, the manager was very cross.
You've caused confusion and delay. I'll have to report this to Sir Topham Hatt.
That night, Sir Topham Hatt spoke severely to Percy.
I am very disappointed in you, Percy. You know it's against the rules to go on the tipper's loading ramp.
I'm sorry, sir, but it wasn't my fault. It was because of those diesels. They made me a middle engine.
Nevertheless, you will shunt trucks in the yard until I could get to the bottom of this.
Pah! I can handle those diesels with bent buffers and a busted boiler.
Then you will do Percy's run at the smelters, James.
Yes, sir.
The next day, James arrived at the smelter. He was determined not to be tricked by Arry and Bert.
Well, look who's here, Arry.
Hello, James. Come to learn a thing or two from those who know.
Just get my trucks and stay out of my way.
Yes, sir.
James cheerfully backed up to his freight cars. He was certain he had fooled Arry and Bert, but he was wrong.
Little red piggy in the middle.
Just like Percy.
I am not like Percy. I am not a middle engine and I'm not moving.
And he didn't. When Sir Topham Hatt heard the news, he sent Percy to fetch James. This made Percy happy. He buttered up to James and took him, along with all the freight cars, to the docks.
Off we go, James.
It's on time. But what is that big red engine doing in the middle?
Learning
Learning what?
to be a middle engine.
James covered himself in steam, hoping no one would recognize him. But it was no good. There's only one big red engine on the island, and everyone knows his name is James.